John Brennan is the central nervous system. He's the offensive coordinator. He was calling the plays. He was the maestro of the orchestra. I think that is the lowest hanging fruit, and he does not have presidential immunity. Do you agree? And if so, what could he be charged for realistically?
Yeah, I do agree that he is the sort of the linchpin here, Charlie. And I do think that there are people, in fact, I know because partly Tulsi has said it, but I also am aware that there are whistleblowers that have come forward with some very, very egregious information as it relates to that man that you're showing right now. There are going to be other leaders that were in the rooms with Barack Obama, with those two, with Obama and Brennan, that are also going to, they're going to talk because they don't want to get into trouble here. There is a conspiracy, and it is still an ongoing conspiracy. And so all this talk about statutes of limitations, I'll leave it to the constitutional lawyers who have studied this thing and looked at the problems that this guy is involved in, that Brennan is involved in. But he's got a lot. He's at risk right now in a big, big way. And I have a funny feeling that once you start to bring these people in, and I've been very public about guys like Jim Clapper, because Jim Clapper, I believe you bring Jim Clapper in, Jim Clapper will spill the beans. Jim Clapper has already said publicly on a cable news network that they were ordered by Obama to do it. We now see the evidence. So he said it, and that's fine. But now we have the evidence coming out of the Director of National Intelligence's mouth and documented that shows that, in fact, these things happened. Tulsi Gabbard the other day on another show talked about these things happening. So the legalities of what these people are facing, I think, are severe. It has to happen. I think that the president of the United States also needs to understand this, again, for your young audience. The president of the United States is the president of the United States. He is the commander in chief, but he's also the chief law enforcement officer of the country. Not the attorney general. The attorney general is the attorney general. And frankly, you don't even need to be a lawyer to be the attorney general of the United States of America. Most people don't know that. But the chief law enforcement officer is the president, who has extraordinary authority and power, executive power. And the president's going to have to weigh in from time to time to direct his justice system to follow what I call the constitutional order of our country, to go after and hold to account people like Brennan, people like Jim Comey, and there are going to be others.